Hello everybody and welcome back. We're going to continue our look at the 8th grade level Gauss paper from 2005. We did question 1 in the last video where we started things off. Now we're on to question number 2, and just like question 1, it's going to be a calculation one. The value of -3 times -4 times -1 is, we have a bunch of options here. Now unlike the last question, we could just grab our calculators. -3 times -4 times -1. And I can pretty quickly get -12. And if you want to do it that way, that's just fine. But I often try and see what can I do without the use of my calculator. It's a great sort of exercise for your brain as to what sort of calculations can I do. Now obviously you do want to both practice so that your brain is quick and sharp and you can do things like that on a contest just so quickly. But you don't want to neglect being quick with your calculator as well, because when it comes time for the real contest, you're going to want to do things the fastest way possible. And if your calculator really is fastest and you're confident in the buttons you're pressing, great, use that. But I like to stretch my mind a little bit when I'm just practicing some of these contests, and there's less pressure. And hopefully you guys pick up that particular habit as well. So we're going to actually write this one out. So -3, -4, and -1. Okay, well, it's multiplication. I'll pick any two, and I multiply them together. So -3 times -4, well, the minus signs actually cancel each other out. So it's going to be a positive number. And 3 times 4 is 12. So that's the positive number we're working with. And now 12 times -1. Well, 12 times 1 is just 12. The minus sign makes it negative because there's not another one to cancel out. So we do get -12. Okay? Just like the calculator said, this one isn't particularly hard either way. But we get a -12. Okay? If you're just looking at just a plain multiplication, and you have an odd number of minus signs, an odd number of negative numbers, the answer will be negative. If you have an even number of negative numbers, the answer will be positive. And then whether or not that number is positive or negative, you can actually figure out the number, like the actual numerical symbols, just by multiplying everything and ignoring the minus signs. So if we had just said, okay, there's 3, an odd number of minus signs, we're going to get a minus sign. And then ignoring them, what's 3 times 4 times 1? That's something we're a lot more comfortable with. 12. We can do it that way. Just like if we had something like, say, -2 times -1 times 3 times -3 times -2, I could say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, an even number of minus signs. So this is going to be a positive number, no minus sign required. 2 times 1 times 3 is 6, times 3 is 18, times 2 is 36. So it'll be positive 36. Had there been an extra minus sign, that would have been 5 minus signs. We would have had a minus sign there. Okay? Just fun little tricks that you can hopefully pick up and make you a better mathematician, or at the very least, a faster mathematician when it comes to computation. But that's question 2. We're not going to dwell on it anymore. Join me for question number 3 in the next video. And as always, in the meantime, take care. Have a wonderful day.